Warm when she's away.
What if I told you some of the greatest R&B songs ever recorded weren't the result of genius planning? They were happy accidents. A forgotten lyric, a rehearsal that wasn't supposed to be recorded, a studio mistake, or a musician simply playing around while everyone else thought the real session hadn't even started.
It's been a long...
Yet those unexpected moments created songs that have lasted for generations. Today, we're counting down 12 legendary R&B classics that almost never happened the way we know them. And by the time we reach number 1, you'll realize that sometimes the greatest music isn't written, it's discovered. Let's get into it. 12. Gladys Knight and the Pips, Midnight Train to Georgia.
I'd rather live in his world.
Believe it or not, this song wasn't originally about Georgia. Songwriter Jim Weatherly first called it Midnight Plane to Houston after hearing actress Farrah Fawcett mention she was flying home to Houston during a phone call.
So he's leaving the life.
Later, singer Cissy Houston suggested changing both the city and the transportation because the train felt more authentic to her family's southern roots. It seemed like a tiny change. Instead, it transformed an already beautiful song into something unforgettable. When Gladys Knight recorded it, she delivered the story with such honesty that listeners believed every word. The song became a Grammy winner, a number 1 hit, and remains her signature recording. One casual conversation ended up creating one of soul music's greatest stories. 11. Stevie Wonder, Superstition. Some songs began with careful planning. Superstition began with musicians simply having fun. Jeff Beck sat behind a drum kit and started playing a funky rhythm while waiting around in the studio. Stevie Wonder immediately heard something special. He rushed to the clavinet and began improvising the unforgettable riff that would define the song. Originally, Stevie intended to give the song to Jeff Beck. But Motown executives knew they had a masterpiece and convinced Stevie to release his own version first. The rest is history. One spontaneous jam session produced one of the greatest funk records ever recorded. 10. Earth, Wind and Fire, September. Here's a question fans have asked for decades. What does Ba-Dee-Ya actually mean? The answer is absolutely nothing. Maurice White simply used it as a placeholder while waiting for better lyrics to arrive. His co-writer repeatedly begged him to replace it. Maurice refused every single time. He believed that if the groove made people feel good, the exact words didn't matter. More than 40 years later, millions of people still sing Ba-Dee-Ya without ever questioning it. Sometimes feeling is more important than meaning. 9. Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
So I'm just gonna sit on the...
One of soul music's most emotional endings wasn't written at all.
On the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Otis Redding reached the final section of the song and realized he didn't have any lyrics prepared. Instead of stopping the session, he simply started whistling. Everyone agreed to leave it exactly as it was.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
That unfinished ending became one of the most recognizable moments in popular music.
Dock of the bay, watching the tide.
Sadly, Otis passed away before the song became a worldwide hit, making that final whistle even more haunting today. Before we reveal the songs that changed soul music forever, here's something worth thinking about. Every record on this list was almost completely different. A forgotten lyric, an engineer's mistake, or a random studio jam ended up creating music that has lasted for generations. If you're enjoying these untold stories, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Behind the Groove. We dive deep into the hidden history of classic R&B and soul, the stories you won't hear anywhere else. Now, let's get back to the countdown. 8. Sam Cooke. A change is gonna come.
A long time coming.
Not every accident happens inside a recording studio. Sometimes it begins with life itself.
Beyond the sky. It's been
After experiencing racism during a tour through the South, Sam Cooke carried the emotional weight of that experience with him.
to my brother.
According to several accounts, much of the song came to him after a dream. When he woke up, the melody and lyrics were already taking shape. The result wasn't just another soul song. It became one of the defining anthems of the civil rights movement and one of the greatest songs ever written. 7. Isaac Hayes, theme from Shaft. Isaac Hayes didn't sit down specifically to write the famous Shaft theme. Instead, he reached back to an old guitar riff that had never found a home. He added a wah-wah guitar, layered it with rich orchestration, and built a completely new sound around it. What had once been an abandoned musical idea suddenly became one of the most recognizable movie themes in history. Proof that sometimes your best ideas are the ones you almost forgot. 6. Al Green, Let's Stay Together.
Loving you forever.
This love song almost never existed. Producer Willie Mitchell and drummer Al Jackson Jr. were casually experimenting with the groove between sessions.
Never be.
Al Green overheard what they were playing. Without saying much, he walked out of the room.
You make me
15 minutes later, he returned with nearly the entire song written.
alright with me.
After several days perfecting the performance, they had created one of the greatest love songs ever recorded.
Loving you weather.
5. Aretha Franklin, Respect. Aretha Franklin didn't simply cover Otis Redding's song. She reinvented it. During the recording session, her sister Carolyn began throwing out spontaneous ideas. First came Sock It to Me. Then came the unforgettable spelling of R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Neither moment was carefully planned, yet those additions completely changed the song's identity, helping transform it into a worldwide anthem for respect, equality, and empowerment. 4. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, The Tracks of My Tears. Great songs sometimes hide inside ordinary moments. Before recording began, guitarist Marv Tarplin was casually warming up and experimenting with different chord changes. Smokey Robinson immediately stopped him. He knew those chords belonged in a new song. Together, they built The Tracks of My Tears, a record now considered one of Motown's greatest achievements. A simple warm-up became musical history. 3. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On?
Some loving here today.
One accidental button press changed Marvin Gaye's career forever.
Some loving here today.
While preparing different vocal takes, an engineer mistakenly played 2 lead vocals together. Instead of hearing a mistake, Marvin heard magic.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on?
he loved the layered sound so much that he kept it on the record.
Talk to me, honey.
That happy accident became one of his signature production techniques and helped define the entire What's Going On album. Sometimes mistakes sound better than perfection.
Got to find a way to bring
1. Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. Bill Withers entered the studio with one major problem. The song wasn't finished. When he reached the bridge, he had no lyrics prepared. So he simply repeated 2 words. I know. Again and again. 26 times. He fully intended to replace them later, but the musicians around him insisted those repeated words carried more emotion than anything he could write afterward.
Ain't no sunshine.
They were right. That unfinished placeholder became the emotional heart of the song and one of the most unforgettable moments in R&B history.
Wonder this time.
Looking back at these stories, one lesson becomes impossible to ignore. The greatest records in R&B history weren't always built through perfect planning. They were shaped by mistakes, last-minute ideas, studio experiments, and artists who recognized brilliance when everyone else thought they had made an error. Maybe that's the real secret behind timeless music. Not perfection, don't, but knowing when not to fix something that already feels right. Now we want to hear from you. Which accidental masterpiece surprised you the most? And is there another legendary R&B song you think belongs on this list? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey behind some of the greatest songs ever recorded, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Behind the Groove. Because here, we don't just celebrate the music. We uncover the stories that made it legendary. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the groove alive.